Mid-Columbia Library at 101 East Main Street. Seeing if the connection is compatible, which is run down all the way into the systems. The CBHA is all the way into the systems and is connected to all the network systems. The law firm CBHA goes all the way to the City Hall, all the way to Main Street. And here comes the people bus. Here comes Kathy. Here comes Kathy. Here comes Kathy. She's Kathy. She's walking on the administration office. And she comes driving through. Here comes Kathy. She's dropping off an individual at the Mid-Columbia Library. We got customers coming all sorts of Mid-Columbia Library has a bookstore, the book club, and also the administration has the system to get up for the tax forms when you come to the library. Library has a tax forms Kizabutsu, as you can see, which is Thursday, March 21st, 6 p.m. The Go Wild reading is going to be Kennewick Library at 1620. 2nd and 4th, 1 to 4 p.m. And this is on April. West Pascal Library, 7525 West Riverly Drive. That's 2, 3, 4th of April, 1 to 4 p.m. And Richland Public Library at 955 Northgate, 1 to 4 p.m. on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of April. And Richland as well. We have the desktops, which is counter of 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 desktops and 2 mainframes, which is that's Monday, Friday, Saturday. It's 11 to 7. And also Saturday, 10 to 3. We just went to the judge's chamber and served them some March 22nd for Roberta Barela. I'm dead for certificate here at the Mid-Columbia Library. They said they was their statements and checkbooks, and wasn't none of them. Now, anyways, we got Calculus 3, Calculus Math 300. We'll take a disconnect your services right here. You have no power here. The constant integral Calculus 3, this integral of monomial variables. We got Calculus 3 integrate. This is probably the most stated system we got going on. We got integral, the range, distance, and the constant variable. They got monomial. They also got the first in order and the second in order equations. They got the k to the d to the x, and they got a dx to the variable 2. You got d to dx to equals 1/3 to dx. Now the constant of integration, it's pretty simple. We got the y's are constants. Why do they have constant to locate the perimeter, which would be a parabola? It could be in a negative slope, it could be a positive slope. But there's something on the systems on the computer mainframe that they're missing their constant integrals. They don't know where your y and your k constant and the location, and they're asked the question, why is the constant used? The constant is to locate the parabola. You get the shape, you know the size, you know the form of it, but the parabola could be a negative, and there's also a positive slope. But then that infinite value, you don't lose the integrated. So when you're doing the cat eye or sloping or landscaping, they have a liquor reactor and plutonium, uranium to plutonium containment has turbines and dams connected to the flush out the contaminant for a meltdown. Also a backup for irrigation lines in the summers. Summer months they have a backup liquor reactor in the fault line at San Luis Obispo, Diablo Canyon. And there's a backhoe, Mr. Chuck. He's a big man. He's about almost 7 foot back in the day, but he's about 6'9", and he was approximately 490 pounds. But anyways, the disc is a rotating bearing, and all this increments, and they wanted a brand new plow. It don't work out like that. So we're at Booker's auction, and Chuck gets the rundown, told him the whole rundown. And the fence line's supposed to be closed. Nobody was supposed to be on the property. It ain't for sale. Same with the property at Wilson Properties, ain't for sale either. So then property lines at Cimaron 5 and grandfather outside, mother friend, that's Amanda. And that's Miller's Jewelry, and that is Mr. the owner of Miller's Jewelry. It was passed on from across the street. He used to own the vacuum company. Vacuum company canceled, and he was a sewing company, and they got canceled. That mother father came in, and Dano Law Firm, which is Chevron, and Chevron was, they gave them a chance. They burnt their Chevron down, and they gave Arco a chance, and they closed their Arco down. So they're gonna keep on demolition and burning your buildings down until you leave. And this is Cimaron 59C, and the bearing on those Chuck was recalling on the information, and that's Jose, and they don't get along at all. And the information that they got, he ripped him a new hole. He has no more anus. He has no more scrotums anymore, as you can tell. So the bearings and we got 2 hydraulic lifts that can go down left and right and connect to the track hose, the tank, the R560, the new TWAD, the John Deere implement. And of course, Chuck was gonna flinch because I don't take crap from nobody. Apparently, Marin and Jose came back, and the cahoots looked like they were arrested or detained, probably. I don't know. Anyways, they came back in the house or administration office, and they said bearings, and then they said they wanted to get new equipment, but it's 2 years down the road. Department of License and Department of Motor Vehicles, Department of Villager Homicide and Swipes, they won't open a exit door, because until they have more convictions and more probable cause for break and entry, burglaries, and attempted murder, so malicious, mayhem, MAD program, K9 unit, and also drug profiling, anything 40 grams in bag, these all syringes on person and have you convicted out the door. Set you up real good. So the processing for information for the consultant on integration for Harbella is really probable cause for the cat eye. Also John Deere equipment, and also the global SAS systems for the RT case and grid serve for command unit that's in the auger. The auger had some needle nose pliers in between the auger, and that's worth it's over $500,000 in expenses for damages on top of that. So I still got those needle nose, and it has the SKU number in the back of it. So the calculus book, the manuals, the Spugnet manuals, they were paid for and cost for, and they were supposed to be put back in the library, like the stolen books that were taken on processing, and since it's on the abstract record, manifest record, and the manual record, they have the calculus book that says how to be integrated. It says United States Air Force on it. Integrated services, they got urgence from the negative slope, positive slopes. Now the constant is always necessary, so you can locate the parabola. Anything in the sunken hole in the water, submerged in the water, anything in the sea, the ocean, anything above in the ocean, the crevices and the caves, as you can say, these are moderated by RDK, so the Green Star system, conversions from bushels on soybean, alfalfa, and also the monopodous new prototype that's been submitted to Andy Miller, CO, Benton, Washington, US. And there's a calculus 300 math, of course. The constant integration, there's a really easy process where you can litigate and take care of the processing, and you pass your test with flying colors. I noticed that there's always a higher value that is added to your integration for your first value and second value. The first order product, the second order product, when it gets, there's also the K dx, the K times dx, but when it goes times dx to over 1/2, carried over to 1/2, 2 and 2 is divided, canceled out. But there's going to be a higher value to the next exponent. Now that higher exponent, there is a second order and a first order. Remember, the first order and second is going to be multiplication, but the second order is going to be 1/2. And after that's going to be 1/3 and then 1/4. Anything from that 1/3 or 1/4 is going to be divided into that, going to cancel out divisional by 3 and 3. And 1/4 is going to be carried to the higher value of 1, cancel out by 4. Just things I see that you're doing laying brick, when you're laying the brick for God's sake, and we had to pull the brick off and then have you all fired and canceled out in your scholarship programs because you didn't do nothing right. You didn't mix and carry concrete right, and then you're starting all over. So there's some multiplications, and this is history, also physics, and this is physics, this is physics. And the constant integration is probably really feasible, because when that constant is your locator, and when you're dividing all that out and you're left out and schnout, that constant is your locator for your parabola. If it's a parabola, of course, it's a sunken hole, or it's a above hole, or it's a jacuzzi, it's a swimming pool, or it's a cave, or a liquor fallout shelter plumbed in, or a connected to a railroad, whatever it may be, connected to Mexico, connected to the United States, and transporting whatever you're transporting, or transporting drugs into a dead body in the crevices of a dead body of the stomach. So it's all good. I'll expose you.